Paul, congratulations.
Thanks very much.
Gladiator. This is a huge undertaking for you. There's so much. But I wanted to ask you about the lure of, regardless of what the title was, the lure of working with Sir Ridley, because absolute
that's
genius
the thing.
as a director.
It obviously is kind of magnified tenfold that it's within the Gladiator family, but the lure of Ridley alone is probably overshadows, to me, what drew me to the film is obviously Gladiator II, but Ridley could ask me to be in a commercial, and I'd be like, I just think he's one of the best to ever do it, as does many people. It was extraordinary.
What's it like working for him? Because, he makes films at such a pace as well. He's always on to the next thing. He's always busy. He's always doing stuff. As you as an actor, what are the benefits and the advantages of working with someone who works in such a way that he does? The
benefits are that he doesn't work in a way that I could associate with any other director that I've worked with. So immediately you're in a kind of uncomfortable position, in a good way, because you don't have any of the things that you can hang your coat up on in terms of what you've done before. So you're very much operating within a process that feels somewhat alien, but also you have the confidence of knowing what that process has delivered for him in his career over decades now. So the kind of conscious discomfort was something that I really, really enjoyed.
There's a huge, one of the things I loved about the first one and this one as well is the kind of the physicality of it, not in terms of you as doing all the stunts, but like the world feels real. There's obviously CGI enhancements in there, but it feels really real. What was it like to step onto that arena set for the first time, and what was going through your head?
It's a gift that I think only someone like Ridley can wrangle out of a studio. There's very few directors that can ask for what he gets in Gladiator II. So to be essentially at the center of that world for a lot of the film was something that was probably actually lost on me for lots of the shooting of it, because you're at work and your body and your mind plays tricks on you because you have to get used to it very quickly. But when you see it back, you're like, holy shit, that was... You're acting within a city. It's a wild experience.
I'm sure on your list of career choices that you wanted to make, and obviously you've done some amazing things, All of Us Strangers, After Sun, Normal People. I'm sure fighting CGI monkeys was
up
high
that was
on the list with
thing.
Ridley.
So once that came in, I was like, are there fighting monkey sequences in it? But I suppose I'm deeply proud of films like After Sun and All of Us Strangers. And I'm fully comfortable saying that films along the scale of Gladiator 2 wouldn't be what I'd naturally be drawn to, and I wouldn't be hugely keen to jump back into films of this scale unless it's with somebody like Ridley Scott or something like that. So it's I think it's important to challenge yourself and put yourself in an environment. And also this film requires a totally different kind of performance style, and you're obviously operating within a cast of absolute extraordinary actors, and to see what Denzel's doing in terms of the size of that performance and the color, and then kind of having to play the kind of straight man opposite him is really, really fun challenge, because it's something that I haven't done yet.
Yeah, was that what I was going to ask you actually, because you've done some of your work. You've obviously worked alongside Frankie Quara, and then you've done Andrew Scott, Claire Foy, and now you're doing Denzel, Pedro Pascal. Is that one of the other things you kind of look for as an actor, that
the people that
you're going to be up against?
Yeah, because as much as the director's important, I would say, between your relationship with the director, but I would argue that your co-stars are equally as important in terms of for your own performance. The people that you're opposite kind of draw you out of yourself, because ultimately you can't devise or deliver a performance by yourself. It all depends on who's opposite you, and I had one of the greatest actors in the world opposite me, so that was pretty great.
Yeah. Just finally, I'm going to dovetail off of something else we spoke recently about your favourite Ridley Scott film, and one of yours up there is Legend. So I wanted to mention it because it's just one of these films that deserves a rebirth. Do you remember the first time you saw it?
I remember seeing it on. I actually bought it from a pay-per-view place, because I hadn't seen it for the longest time before. I can't remember exactly where I saw it for the first time, but I remember when we were going back into Gladiator 2, I was like, haven't seen that in a while. But it's just a real invitation into how creative Ridley is. Like, to have a film like Legend, and then to have a film like Thelma and Louise, and to have a film like Blade Runner, I'm like, I don't think there's many directors that have spanned so many genres and so many styles as he has.
Also, Legend has that score.
Unbelievable.
That score is just on my playlist all the time.
Yeah,
did you watch the director's cut? Or did you watch?
I didn't see the director's cut.
Oh, you should.
No. I should. Yeah,
it's really good. Legend. I love it. One day you're going to show it, and I'm going to come along. And
we're
going to do a Q&A.
Screen, I get Ridley Q&A.
We talked about this.
Yeah, exactly. I'll give you front row.
I wish you all the best. Thanks so much for your time.
Much. Appreciate it. See you soon.
Thanks so much.
Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!